Hey y'all, it's Melissa. Welcome to Messy Missy Creates. I am feeling a little bit better today, and I thought that I might try to journal my trip. I'm more behind than that, but I thought I would at least start with that. And yeah, I thought I'd bring you along, and we'll see how far we get. This is the 25th. Let's see, Friday the 25th, that's the day that we left. I'm going to fold this over because I don't think I need it for this day. I'll defer it to the next day. And I don't have everything cut out, but I have, stuff. So anyway, I have lots of pictures and things like that. And I have the pictures, for the most part, numbered on the back for which day they're supposed to go on. As a matter of fact, I see some that say the 25th. Here's one. I'm gonna see, let's see, where did we leave off? We left off with a capsule full of stuff. So we will dig in that a little bit and see where we go. I just thought, I've already kind of chatted with you a little bit about the trip. But I thought that I would just kind of cut stuff out and just chit chat while we try to put some stuff on a page, right? Or on a couple of pages. That would be nice. So my niece spent the night with us this night, the 24th. And this is probably the day I need to put this on, but this was us trying to leave the house this day. So I've had this magazine image for a while and figured that I would use it for this trip because I don't know right offhand when we're taking another trip. So we talked about going up to South Carolina again for Thanksgiving, but I don't know that that's going to happen. Oh, I like that picture too. Well, I can save her head. It says how to pack like a pro. Yeah, not so much. I normally do pretty well with, I realized I'm out of practice. I forgot some key things like garbage bags and hand soap and stuff like that. But I'm just going to save her. I don't know what that was. Let's see, what would that have been? Really don't know. Oh, a scale. Yeah, okay. Could have used that for today. But anyway, I digress. So let me finish cutting this out. And I figured, I have a couple of big images like this that'll just kind of take up the whole, dropped it. Kind of take up the whole day. And what? Have a couple of pictures because when we got there and checked in, we sort of, got the stuff in. We put the cold stuff up and then we just took off. We didn't get there until about 3:30 in the afternoon. So, and it was before the time change. So it didn't get dark until about 6 or 6:30, something like that. And so we just went for a boat ride and, yeah. We threw a line in a couple times, but that was it. And we mainly just wanted to take her for a boat ride. So that is all I think that goes on that day. I have these magazine images of suitcases. Well, here's a big suitcase. I can put some of this on the day before and the day before that. Let's see, I don't think I'm gonna need that big one, but keep dropping everything. Okay, I'll put that there. I'm trying to think what day. I think he went to Sam's on this day and had appointments. I skipped Spanish class on this day because we were packing. My niece was here and we ate leftovers, stuff we had in the fridge. I had made a big pot of soup at the beginning of the week and shared it with my in-laws. And we just, stuff that we had you know, chicken and just whatever. And so there was enough for some for each of us, and rather than stuff going bad in the fridge or taking it with us, we just decided to eat leftovers. So I'm thinking something like that for that. Oh, I know what. Oh, and I meant to find it. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Oh, here it is. Yes, I had it out. Okay, very good. Good job. My little road trip. Sorry, I was over here playing in this basket. Remember all the stamps I stamped out? And I had this one for a road trip. I do not have another one stamped for the return trip, but that's okay. I'm sure I can find something. I'm sure that I have a sticker that says road trip somewhere. I have a hot mess. When I dug out all my Christmas stuff, and it's sitting in here in boxes and all over the place, I need to recontain it. And because I still want to play in it, I want to do some Christmas stuff a little bit at a time. Things to use in my journal. I'd like to make some things to share with people, but that always seems like a taller task than I'm prepared for. But that's what I would like to do. So if I have some things made up in advance, maybe that will actually happen. But I won't make empty promises, so we'll see how that goes. But we have road trip, we have that. Doesn't leave me anywhere to journal. So I could add this flat back over here. I'm going to have, well, I always have an extra page. Do I trust myself as far as the days that I counted out? Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to. Let's see. Or I'm not. I'm just going to keep. That was the last thing we did was the 18th. This was the 19th. Should be the 20th. 21st. 22nd. 23rd. 24th. And 25th. Okay. So I figured at least if I could get these pages done, or some of them. I don't have, you know, grandiose notions of having tons of stuff, getting tons of stuff done, but arrange them something like that. It has the most beautiful view. It's got a little mountain. It's just a little mountain, okay? But I live somewhere that doesn't have mountains. So for me, even a little mountain is exciting. Thinking see, I don't know that I want to do this because I don't need all that space, do I? I mean, because I could do that, but then that gives me 2 extra spaces, and I really didn't need that. I also have this camping paper that I have been saving for a very long time, and I set it aside to use it, and I just remembered I had it. See, it's even gotten something on it. A greenhouse. I don't know why there's a greenhouse, but there's campers, and it just reminds me of a campground. Let's look in the capsule briefly. Well, I took out, hold on, where did it go? I have this stuff that I set aside for this trip, and I have these stickers. I think Allison gave me these a while back, and they reminded me of camping, so I thought I might use some of these frames and stuff. Luckily, we didn't have to use ore. And I took out most of the stickers and put them back in with my sticker stuff because they were clogging up the this reminded me of like a sun setting on the mountains, so I might use that. We did watch some TV. It's funny because they only have a couple of channels, But yet every time we go up there, we find new channels that we didn't know and then we come home and it's like, oh, we had that channel, It's oldie type channels like Laugh TV and stuff like that. I was looking for those frames. Oh, maybe I put them in that little bag. I just dropped. Well, I raked my pictures off my desk. Okay. Get it together, woman. Maybe they're in here. And as it turns out, I have these couple of cute tags for Halloween. And I already told you what I did on Halloween. I slept. Yep, the whole day. I did get out of bed. That was only to move to the couch. So, and I thought I would use this, like, whisk me away, take me away. But I don't know that that really makes any sense, to be honest with you. So, I'm not going to push the issue on that. I'm not going to put it on that day for sure. I'm digging out my frames. That's not big enough. And I have that little frame, and then I have this. Come on. Come to me. I have souvenir views. Thought that would be fun to use. And then I have these little die cuts that I wanted to see. See, isn't that a souvenir view? It's just such a gorgeous place, and I love going. And it's the first time in like 4 years that we've been, 4 or 5. Here we go. I'm going to use that. And I'm going to put that right in the center of the page, I think. And then what to do. I'm going to use this for this trip, but not on that day. I won't use... I'm not going to use everything on this one. Right? We don't need to... Who is it that said... I think I heard Dina Wakley say it, but she may have said it that someone else said. And I can't remember, some artist or something. Might have been Tim Holt. I don't know anyway, but I think I heard Dina Wakley say it. She said, you might know 47 tricks, but that doesn't mean you have to use all 47 tricks on one page. So I try to keep that in mind. I like this together. I like that a lot. I have plenty of... I might as well do this because I have extra. I have extra. I just have extra. I have extra. Extra what, you say? I just have extra. I have extra stuff. So I may just use that. That was where we were going. That was our ultimate destination. I love the sunset pictures, although it's not quite setting. I missed the where it's just peeking over the mountain. The whole trip, I kept missing it. And there's a place right here. If you go, these are like the tent camping sites, and they're right along the water. The water was very low because it had not rained in a month up there. But there's a little road right here, and you can get in behind this fence, and you can walk down this way. And if you stand right on the water, you can catch the sunset. And see, the sunset is right over that mountain. But we had just pulled the boat in, and I couldn't get over there fast enough. I was trying to walk, but I could literally see it going down. And by the time I walked even anywhere close, I missed the whole sunset. So I like that, and I like it on that page. That's awesome. I like this. I like this on this page. And what to do about the inside. I don't like that. And that was my hesitation about using that was my hesitation about using ooh, I can't try these out because these are stickers. So once you stick them, they're stuck, right? And I don't know if I printed my pictures big enough. Oh, that would make good journaling space too, but not on this paper. Okay. So we already know what's going on that. We already know what's going on that. Let's see if we can use something. I don't really need a shopping list, but could I? No, I have plenty of journaling pages. This is actually the September one, but I know that's a little schoolhouse with apple trees, but it kind of reminds me of the campground. Or I have plenty others. Don't fear. I just gotta reach them. I have small ones, and I have, oh, they ended up on the floor. I have those. To do, smile today. And what else do I, oh, here's the plan. And then I have this week. That actually might work, because this is what we're going to do this week while we're here. We weren't there a full week, but, and we could have, but so that he didn't have to take a full week off work, because there's another day that he's wanting to take off next week, so he saved a day. That doesn't look good. I think I like this one. Or here's the plan. No. Let's stick with that one. Okay. Or I could just cover it. I mean, that doesn't cover the whole thing. Well, I could tear off one and not, like, try to do the whole. I also can use, I have plenty of paper. Plenty of paper. I do have to keep in mind, not that I'm going to run out. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to run out. But I do have to keep in mind that I still have November to do. So it's not like I can use all my fall paper. What do we think of that? And use this, or I could just mat these photos with that paper, or this paper for that matter. I don't think I like that with that. All right, let's glue something on. Let's start over here, because we know this. I need a glue paper. I have not made a firm decision on my November journal yet, if you were wondering. Oh, I also have, I have this, if you're wondering, I have not made a firm decision on what I'm going to do yet for my November journal. If you watched my little short video about not feeling well and just coming back from the trip and so on and so forth, I showed you a journal that I made last November. What I didn't say, what I forgot to say in that video was I didn't use the journal in November of last year, which you could tell by the empty pages, I'm sure. Look, that was a perfect fit. Perfect. And, this might be an art glitter glue kind of day. I sure hate to use art glitter glue on this stuff, but I'm not seeing a glue paper, and I know that I have 50 of them within my reach. But here's one. I was going to say, I haven't journaled in, I mean, because all the videos that y'all saw last week were done the week prior, I think, for the most part. Because I did, you know, videos ahead of time. So that y'all would have, yeah, anything you saw last week. Well, there was only 2 of them last week because I putzed out and got sick. And glue stick. You know, it's amazing. It amazes me how fast you can get out of sync or out of practice with this. Whoa. It's hot. It's hot in here. It's November something, and it's 80-something degrees. And I'm not happy. I'm really not. Not about that. I'm happy overall. I'm just not happy about the weather. And it was warmer up there than, and I mean, this place up there is about 6 or 7 hours north of where we live. It's up in North Alabama. And so I really had hoped, sometimes when we go up there, even if it was like 60s and 40s, you know, 60s in the daytime, 40 at night, I would have been happy. But it was 70s, 50s. One of the days was 82 or 3. And that was the day of the festival. And so that was pretty hot. I mean, it's not like 90-something hot, but it's hotter than what you want it to be in late October. So, but it wasn't too bad. One of the mornings I wore like a little thin flannel shirt just to ride in the boat. But it didn't take long before I didn't need that. Still debating on this over here. And, you know, I could have, let's go back to this for a second. I could have just added in, for that matter, I could have added this in here instead of flipping this over like this. But I do have extra pages, so I might as well use them. And put this here and this here on this front one. What do we think? And then use the packing. No, I had it on this one. I'm going to use it on this one. I can't get it. Can't get there from here. Yep, I like that. Let's glue her down. But, anyway, so yeah, it's been over a week since I've actually journaled, I think. It has to have been, because, well, we've been back for almost, not quite a week, but pretty close. And I had done all my videos. Yeah, it's been over a week since I've journaled. Anyway, nevertheless, I'm out of practice. That was the whole point of this conversation. So I know that anytime I'm not like actively journaling, maybe not every day, but on a regular basis, I know I get very out of practice in a hurry. And then a couple of the videos I made didn't have anything to do with journaling. So there was that. So that's part of the reason why I got behind too, I think. I want that there. I was thinking, do I want like washi tape or anything around there? I mean, I have loads of fun fall washi. I don't really know that I want. Yeah, I love fall. Nah, I could put some across the top. Let's not mull over this for too terribly long. I thought about just putting it right here, but that's all right. I'll just add this down here and be done. And this is cardstock, so I'm going to use the art glitter glue on it. And down we go. There we go. What else do I have? Now we have this. Now I also could have just used like grid paper or something like that too. Let me look in my inky or my line papers. Nah. I have this one. I have scrapbook paper. We might as well use it, right? So if I go ahead and glue it down, and then it just feels like such a waste of paper. And I know it's not true. Tell me it's not true. Say it ain't so. It just kind of feels like wasteful. Like, you already have paper down there. You know, like this paper is the page, so I don't mind doing that. That's the other reason why I'm reluctant to use the journal that I've already made, because I know that especially for my double-sided pages, I'm going to struggle just gluing them down on top of, you know, plain white paper. Does anybody else struggle with that? All right, I'm going to glue. We're going to do this the easy way. Or not. And I don't think that went all the way to the edge, so let's see if I can get a little closer to the edge over here. Okay. And then I'm going to stand up. Well, first I'm going to dip it in the glue. And then I'm going to mush it all around. There. And then I'll trim it. Ouch. I know that just shook you because I just hit my head on my light. And I'm very sorry. That hurt a little. Not bad, but a little. Okay, maybe I'm not quite well. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, maybe I'm not as well as I thought. Okay, on this one, maybe we want some fun washi right down here. How about I let you look? We don't need Thanksgiving. I don't know that we need pumpkins, although that doesn't look bad. I have pumpkin everything. I have, oh look, here's some rainbows. They match. They're not fall, but they match the colors of that paper, I think. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Not that it needed it, but I just thought it would be fun to add some washi. And there. It kind of, you know, secures up that fold too a little bit. And then we'll put these on here and these on here, that on there and that on there, not these. And then I still need to glue that down. And then this doesn't give me a lot of writing space. We're almost 30 minutes in. I've not even gotten one page done. I used one thing from the capsule, and that's it. Could tip this in. Something's telling me I want something bigger here, although I like this week. What I could do is just glue it at the top, and then if I needed more journaling space, yeah, I'll do that. I can always add another piece of paper behind this. So I'm just going to glue this right here. Just a little snippet of glue. Right in the center. And I could put some washi up there. You know what I will use on that one is some thin little pumpkins. Maybe. Maybe. I decided to go ahead and do this video first. One, because up to this point, I have nothing to journal about in November. So I didn't do that straight, but it's good enough. I like that, but it doesn't really fit, and it covers up that, so I don't. Yeah. What about No, not really. Don't push it, right? Don't push it. If I'm not loving it, if you don't love it in the store, you're not going to love it at home. Do have some stickers. I know one day we saw a raccoon. Oh, one thing, we saw a pair of eagles. Oh my goodness, they were gorgeous. I could use some little stickers if I wanted to. What else do I have in here? I had some purple paper. And I have a football. We didn't watch a whole lot of football while we were up there, believe it or not. We started to and then realized our team didn't play. We watched one other game. I could use that. That's from the capsule. And I'm just being okay with the fact that I probably won't use all the capsule. A lot of it is just fall related, and I wanted to use it in October or November. So I was giving myself some grace with that this month because it's not all my fall stuff, but it was a lot. I mean, we put like 90 something pieces in there, so I knew that was going to be a tall task. All right, let's glue this down, and then we're done with this page. Maybe I can get one more done. That would be nice. Let's see. This, and then, oops, this. But anyway, and back to the November journal topic of conversation. Oh, I could have trimmed that off. Eek. Okay, so I have this. Yeah, so I could... there's nothing. I mean, it's going to be like a bed and a sick person and, you know, maybe documenting the things that I didn't do that I was supposed to do. I will probably still document my great niece's baby shower. And what else? Because they did send me pictures. That was sweet. And I still have a mess. Yeah, I could have used some of my campground paper on this one. But I'll use it on the next day. Or some other day. Alright, we're calling that one done. We are calling that one done. Okay, so this day I may use the campground paper on here to cover that. And then put that. And I have this... I can make it like a tip in here, and then it can fold in. I think I might have to fold it differently. Let me think. Let me think a minute. Yeah, so if it's tipped in right here, then I could tip that in, and then I can journal on here. Let's take a peek at what all we have to put on this. I know I'm going to use this paper. I'm pretty sure right here. I also have extra days, okay? So all I have to do is bump back these days and just continue. So, I don't know if I'm going to put this on. I might cover this one. I'm not sure. Let's see what pictures we have for this day. Sorry, I know I just flung that past your face really quick. Okay, so we did not fish on this day. Those are all for the 27th. And these are all ones that I did before I left the house. These were all the videos that I made to come out while we were gone. So this is all from the 27th. So I'll put that on the next day. Or the day after that, whichever. And then this day... Oh, you know what? We did not get... we did not get pictures. This was the day that we had the the fall festival. And I came back and I printed some better pictures of bigger pictures. Maybe not better, but bigger. They're the same pictures, they're just bigger. Of the decorations. Let's see. Alrighty. This was the real tall, I don't know what he was. It was scary. Not a scarecrow. He had a skeleton face, and you can see his ribs, and he was about 15 feet tall, 12 to 15 feet tall. And then they had all these painted hay bales everywhere. Some were painted up like pumpkins. This one was painted up like a little house. And, you know, they really go all out to decorate, which is really cool. But this was... I have another thing of stuff that I printed. Because I went to print and it didn't print everything all on one sheet. It printed like half. Yeah. Because I did not... Yeah, see, it printed half my page. I did not get pictures of any with his brother and his wife. And so we grilled some hot dogs, and we got some boiled peanuts at the festival, and we got snow cones. I didn't print that out. Yeah, it was just really cute. I mean, especially considering that it's at a campground, right? I mean, it's not like, you know, a craft show that you'd go and you expect to see 50 awesome vendors, you know what I mean? These are probably just little local, some people live in the campground. One side of it is for members only. It's like almost like a timeshare. Okay, so this is what we have to put on here. That's it. So I don't see us taking up 2 days. Actually, I printed up one other this, and I think I meant to put it... How can I get there from here? Which is the best way to get? Watch your tootsies. Coming through. I just Googled clip art, campground clip art, or cabin something. I don't know. And I think I probably thought that I meant to put this on the first day, maybe. Okay. We'll see where it goes. Well, it's got a white border on it, so it's not going on down on that page with a white border on it, because it really stands out. When you put something on a dark border, on a dark page, you really see all the little pieces that you missed. See, like that little piece in the middle? It shows all your mistakes. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep it up there. So I was just trying to figure out if I needed to put anything on this page. Now, like on the next day, I have a lot more pictures because I took pictures of us fishing and stuff like that. Okay. So if I'm going to use the campground, what is the best way to do this? Let me cut this border off. That will help. I like the ones that you can tear off. I've had this for, I don't know, I'd say a few years anyway. Not 100% sure what I got it for, but I mean, it could have been 4 years ago that I got it, because that was the last time we went camping. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna put glue on the page, and then, oh, that's right, I have this little festival thing. So if I have that paper here and then tip this one here, I can put the pictures on here. Ooh, that still is not straight. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to put glue down on this. And then I'll trim up the paper once it's glued down. I think that instead of trying to measure and whatever, that generally is the easiest way to do it. My glue is so mushy. It's so mushy. Alright, I gotta stand up again. Hopefully I won't hit my head again. Okay. Yay. Yay, I did it. Without hitting my head. Somewhere I have a bone folder, but who knows where that would be in this mess. Alright. Alright, let's really mix things up. I figure I'll lose, all kinds of stuff will fall out of the journal if I spin it around too much or too fast. I'm gonna cut it straight down because I don't want all these little like L-shaped pieces. Those are so hard to keep up with. They don't fit down in baskets, or they don't fit wherever. And chances are you're going to cut them at some point anyway, right? So you might as well go ahead and cut it. Can't get in there from here. Can't get there from here. Okay. So now I have a couple of little pieces. Add them to the capsule, because that's what happens to everything. It gets added to the capsule, right? No wonder I'm not getting anywhere with my capsule. Okay, so, and I folded that on the wrong. Let's try this one more time. And I could cut this down, but I'm not going to. Let's try to fold it one more time. I wasn't looking at how it would open out the last time. I want it to open out like this. So I'm going to use, and see how I think it keeps going back to a previous fold. But I kept this one in further than that one, because that one's the one I'm going to tape. And I want it to be able to open and then fold up. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm going to like that. That did not stick. I can fix that with art glitter glue. You know, I took a picture of the color one, the one that's in color. Took a picture of it on my phone. And I'm thinking about maybe printing it and putting it right here. What do we think? Because that's really all the stuff that we have to put on this day. And this doesn't even have to go on this day, but these are the days that I took it. So, I can do that like that. And then, I mean, I guess it's not going to hurt. The only thing is when it folds in, it's going to continue to annoy me because it's not wanting to fold the way I want it to fold now. it's going to cover up our pretty paper, right? So, what if I had a pocket? Well, we could do that because look what I have handy. I have this handy right here. I could do a little pocket right here. And then we could put one of the, this one's too tall, I think. I'd have to trim it down. Happy Haunting. I think I got that last year at Joann's. Yeah, I can make this a pocket and then put even one of my, you know, like, oh, that one actually looks kind of good. No, not for pictures. I mean, I could just put one of these in there, right? With pictures on it. Or if I'm only going to put, oh, that, actually that fits. I mean, it fits, physically fits, but it also is appropriate because it says Happy Haunting, and this was the scary guy, right? So, we can glue that on there, put that in the pocket, and I can cut that way down because you're not going to see that anyway. So, if it's down like right there, we have that there, and that there, and that there, and that there. I think that works, right? And then I can write on this part and then on the back if I want. I don't really have that much to say, just that, you know, we have the cute little festival. And then I can also, if I do print that, I can come back and put it right here. Or add it into the pocket. So, or I could even put this thing in the pocket. So, let's see. I don't know if I'm in frame or not. But I think I'm half in frame. I think I glued it to the page behind. Yeah, a little bit. It's all right. Okay. So, let's give that a second to dry. And then put this on here. And there. It was so cute. They do such a good job. And, you know, I mean, I've never... We used to stay at campgrounds when I was younger, when I was a kid. And they would do, like, hay rides and things like that. But never anything quite like this place does. So, they really go all out. And I think it's cool. I don't know what they do the rest of the year, because the only time we ever go is in the fall. We talked about maybe going in the spring one time, but I don't want to go when it's hot. So it definitely would not be, it would have to be early spring. Okay, I'm going to fold that and put it in here. Like that. Oh, I forgot to put glue on the bottom. I basically made a belly band. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've quite got all my wits about me. I don't think I'm quite all recuperated yet, because I'm making some really silly mistakes. But that's okay. It's all right. We can all laugh together. And, all right, I got that in there. I can put, I already lost it. Okay, I can fold this up. This is the little fall schedule. I can fold that up and put it down in there like that. And then I have these little things. I'm going to trim this down a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to trim all the white off of it, I think. And Must have sticky on my scissors or something. Let's see. Here, and see how that looks. I might should have left a little bit of it on. Oh, I could mat it. I could mat it. Could put it over here. No. I've got something on this paper right here. I'm just going to put it on there. How would that look? Not as good as I thought it would. That was just a piece sitting here. I'm going to put these up here. I do know that. And I did glue the day and date on. Where are we at on top? Because I think we're going to have to be done. And I have not used anything from the capsule yet. So, I may need to take a peek in there. We don't have time to do that. But I at least want to use one thing from the capsule on each day, if I can. So, oh, I could put that on here. I mean, not that it really needs it, but I could put that there. It doesn't look bad, does it? This I should have either left the white border on or something. I can put some stickers on here. You know what? I can use this. Because I'm probably not going to use... We did trick or treat this night. So that's from the capsule. So I'm probably going to use that on this day because I did not do anything for Halloween. Like I already said, I slept. So, now I'm kind of regretting my... regretting cutting all that off. It'll be, oh, I can outline it. Yeah. I mean, I have journaling cards I contemplated using, but yeah, I can just outline it. Duh. Perfect. And I have something from the capsule right here. And I'm not sure about this piece yet. There we go. Well, kind of do it straight. Okay, so I'm not sure about that yet. I probably lost my little pen. Here's my glue stick cap. My glue stick is so gummy. It is so hot in here. And I keep it 69. It can't be that hot, but even my glue stick thinks it's hot. So, I might put... Where is one of the other ones? I could put one of the stickers that I got from that girl. One of these right here. They have nothing to do with... He's cute, though. They have nothing to do with the day. Other than I got them there. I think I'd rather use this candy corn and put it like right there. Oh, you can't even see what I'm talking about. But I'd like to use some of these stickers. I was thinking about using this big scarecrow sticker. And that would be... Oh, I found my glue pen. But anyway. Alright, we will pick up somewhere in here in the next video. And I will try to have my act together a little bit better. No promises. But, you know, why try new things, right? Anyway, we got two days done. I got reacclimated to my journal. This kind of looks boring to me now. This page, I don't know. I'll give it some thought and see what... I mean, I can always go back with a Posca pen and doll it up a little bit. But I do like this page. So, we're getting there. I just have to get reacclimated, right? I'm going to tuck these in the little pocket right here. and see what else we can find, and then we'll pick up, and I'll do these couple of days, and in the meantime make a decision about my November journal. And yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too blah, 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 you know. I know my brain's still not quite working right. So anyway, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.